Yeah, look at that, so good. Welcome back, guys. Today we're doing something with the Audi TT dash. So basically, if you've seen earlier videos, you'll know I've tinkered around with the dashboard on here. It's the virtual cockpit, obviously in this model, but many people ask whether it's possible to put the RS style gauges on, which has the big rev counter in the centre of the screen. Apparently it's now possible. So I've come over to see Saul in Luton. I'll leave his link in the description. Apparently he can do this, so this is going to be a first, because nowhere else I've managed to find actually can do this, so this is going to be quite a good one. So first of all, he's just checking the firmware of the actual virtual cockpit. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. It's just their 0296, which is the latest one available.
0296, so that enables you to do this, does it? If it's...
Yeah, exactly. If it were any older than this, we'd update it to this version,
yeah.
Or 0295, which supports the 2015 Audi TTs.
I suppose the update would probably take quite a while, would it, to update
about 20 minutes or so, roughly.
Yeah, so all this stuff takes so long compared to, like, you know, modern stuff now. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, getting along with it, to be fair. I mean, as we say, cars are basically a computer on wheels at the moment.
Yeah,
so,
it's true.
There's a fair bit to it.
Look who's here as well. Another TT boy.
Can't keep away.
He's getting his car done as well. We kind of got a bit excited, didn't we, about this, because we're like, oh, what? TTRS dashboard?
Yeah. I think the amount of money we spent on our cars, we could have just bought a TTS with the dash.
Yeah, exactly. For those that don't know, see, what I've actually done on here, my clocks look different to a standard TT. We'll show you Darren's one, because he hasn't done this mod. This is just like a simple OBD11, me just hacking around. It's pretty easy to do this. When I first got this going, I was really excited, because I always like this sort of italic font. The standard kind of setup on it is just, yeah, just looks normal, and it kind of just makes it look just like a bog standard car. But having the standard dials versus the sports one, I just chose the sport all the way. But this, what we're doing here, is the next step.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
What we'll have on there, so once we're done, you'll see like the centre dial, like the TTRS and the TTS.
Yeah.
You can switch between the two, so if you do want to revert back, that is doable within the menu options. So you have full OEM.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you've got full OEM compatibility, so you can revert back.
That's amazing.
To this, which is
can you do that on a TTRS then?
Well, TTRS already has it, but you can revert back.
You can turn it back, turn it off, kind of thing.
The sport now. Same with, like, for example, in my car, I've got a SQ7, and a lot of people use the normal standard dials, but you can revert between the two quite easily.
Interesting.
That's the same as the factory solution.
Cool.
You can do that again.
Looks like it's done. Is this actually done then? No.
That's it.
Look at that.
So
yes.
as you can see here,
Feels like a different car.
You can switch between the two. So at the moment you're on sport, switch back to classic, select yes. Within about a second or so, it will load the layout.
That's amazing. Oh yeah, so you can just go back.
Exactly. It's within the options. So if you just toggle here, scroll down to layout.
Oh, so it's still kept that TTS thing, or is that part of what you've done?
That's because of what you've done previously.
Oh,
so it'll
right.
keep the setting that you kept before, because you had TTS coded already.
Yeah.
It will mimic what you had.
Right. Okay. So if somebody did it sort of from vanilla, like Darren's, it would just go back to the normal.
Exactly, but he won't have the TTS sign there if he hasn't coded that already.
Okay. Right. And I mean, you can't get those power and torque things to work as well, can you?
Yeah, let's see, quick look. No, they need a rainbow box, sadly.
Oh, is it another module?
Another module, yeah.
He's had enough of the rain. So yeah, guys, all done. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. It looks exactly the same as a TTRS. It's like having a new car. This is why I love modding cars. So that's what it looks like with the ignition off. This TTS thing is actually something which I added, so he hasn't done that, but it's stuck over the mod that he's done. It's kind of, you know, remained persistent. So if we start up the car, yeah, look at that, so good. So previously, people were saying you had to literally buy a new virtual cockpit to get this feature. You know, that would be a ridiculous expense just to get this center RPM gauge, but I'm super happy. If you want this done, give Saul a shout. He's a top guy. He's going to go and do Darren's now, so I'm going to go and see what's what with that. He does loads of other stuff as well, like adding CarPlay and updating the maps. Basically, anything you want done, this guy will be able to do it for you. So yeah, wicked. Darren's turn now.
Let's hope so. Let's hope it goes all right.
I think it will. There's no reason why not.
Because my dash is different to yours.
Yeah, they're all different, aren't they? But I think, you know, he knows what he's doing.
I don't know what the difference is, to be honest, from the 2015 to the 2017, but there's something different.
He might be able to tell you.
just want to get this out now and play with it.
Well, yeah, you'll need to do the if you want the TTS thing. I don't know if you want to do that. You have to use that to do the TTS thing.
Is that long coding?
Yeah, it's long coding, but I think it's in the menu of OBD11, so you just go through it.
Oh, really?